What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've done a LEGO set review, but I figured there's no better time to do one since I recently built these two new LEGO sets on my channel live streaming a few weeks ago. The LEGO City Burger Truck and the Across the Spider-Verse Miles Morales versus the Spot. These are both pretty fun sets. I thought they warranted a combo set review. So without further ado, let's get started with the smaller of these two sets, the LEGO City Burger Truck, which I am aware is kind of old news at this point, but I don't care. This is my channel, and I will do what I wish.
When I wish.
Starting off with the minifigures from the LEGO City Burger Truck, we've got a customer and a cook. There isn't a ton to say about these two, but they do have some fairly unique pieces. The cook is a bit boring, I guess. I always like getting that ponytail baseball hat combo mold. The newer fork piece is always nice to get. She does have a double-sided head with some green frames for the glasses, which is a fairly unique color for that. This guy is the most interesting to me with a newer mold for the hair that I don't think I've ever seen before. He's got an earbud, headphone, maybe even a hearing aid. I actually don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's my first time getting this piece. He has no alternative expression, but he has a pretty useful generic civilian torso with a denim jacket and a record shirt underneath, as well as this giant burger. I don't think this is healthy for him. I hope he survives eating this, actually. And the main build of this set is, of course, the LEGO City Burger Truck. Just an FYI, the only reason I actually got this set is because it reminded me a lot of the food trucks we have on my university campus, so I thought it would be funny to have for that reason and that reason only. But I do like the design here. It's compact, but it gets the job done. There's not too much going on at the front here, just a simple steering wheel inside. I do like some of the curved pieces they used to shape the front of the vehicle. These are all prints, by the way, not stickers. I love to see that. A print for the burger sign here, and the roof, which you can easily lift off to place the cook inside, with a few dials, I suppose, for the grill. There is no barbecue inside, actually. I think that's a burger patty on the shelf. I actually don't know what's going on inside this burger truck. There's some ketchup there on the front, and it can be detached easily from the back of the truck like so. So you can almost set it up like a singular burger stand on its own without needing the rest of the truck. I really like this. It's simple but effective, as I said, and most definitely worth the price, which is something I rarely say about LEGO these days. Now we have a set that was not worth the price at all. The LEGO Marvel Miles Morales versus the Spot, aka the very first LEGO set we've gotten based on either of the Spider-Verse films, and I kind of picked it up for that reason because I really enjoy those films, particularly Across the Spider-Verse, which this set is based on. So let's get started with the minifigs. First up, we've got Miles' dad, Jefferson Morales, who on the surface level appears to be a pretty generic police minifigure. I mean, we've all seen that police captain hat before. The torso seems like standard fare, but what's unique about him is he has a darker skin tone for an African-American character, which I don't think I've ever seen before. If we compare him to another African-American LEGO figure like Mace Windu, for example, you can see that this is a considerably darker skin tone, which I've never gotten on a LEGO minifigure before. Perhaps they have made figures with this darker skin tone, but I haven't encountered it in the past, so this is really cool, and I love this new unique face print we've got going on for him. Too bad we don't have an alternative face, but in this case it would make sense considering that he doesn't have anything to cover it up on the back of his head. Now we have the man, the myth, the anomaly himself, Miles Morales, who once again has an entirely new skin tone and hairpiece that I have never seen before in all my years as a LEGO fan. Love to see it. Absolutely fantastic face printing here. Excellent hairpiece too, with a great resemblance to the character. If we remove that, we can put on his Spider-Man mask, which has some darker blue printing, as my friend Samuel pointed out. That isn't entirely accurate to his appearance in the film, but it's always cool to get a new variant of Miles. I have a few at this point, and I can't say I've ever encountered one with dark blue printing. So I like the accents that they have throughout the design with the darker blue dots and lines. Perhaps some leg printing would have been appreciated, but I'm sure we can all make our own updates to this figure as we please. Our third minifigure is, of course, the Spot, Miles' self-proclaimed nemesis, who I think most people were the most excited to finally get in LEGO form. He's an incredibly simplistic design. With that said, he's the only figure in this set who actually has leg printing of any type, but I think he gets the job done. Obviously, his design in the film, at least for the first half, is pretty simplistic, although if LEGO ever decides to revisit the Spider-Verse films in future, I'd love to see what they end up going for the powered-up version of Spot that we get in the latter half of Across the Spider-Verse, and which I assume we will see more of in Beyond the Spider-Verse whenever that finally comes out. And last, but yeah, actually kind of least, is Gwen Stacy, aka Spider-Gwen, aka Spider-Woman, whatever the heck you want to call her. Now, this design is, once again, fairly simple, but accurate to her appearance in the films. I like getting that newer hood piece in white. The pink and blue accents throughout the design are pretty cool. I'm not sure how this differs from previous variations of Spider-Gwen in LEGO form, because this is my first time getting a Spider-Gwen minifigure. There's nothing inherently wrong with this figure, until we get to the face print, because I don't know who the heck this is. It's definitely not Gwen Stacy from the Spider-Verse films. It's just generic female character number 10, because this hair and face are the most boring version of this character they could have gone for. I don't think I've actually gotten this face print before, but it doesn't really resemble Gwen that much, and the hairpiece is just awful. I mean, who thought they should use this? Apparently there's a new Luna Lovegood hairpiece that would work far better than this. I don't have that figure, so I can't speak to that, but I think even using something like the Lloyd Garmadon hair from the Lego Ninjago movie works infinitely better than this, even color-wise, because I don't think that yellowy blonde works as well as the regular blonde. I don't know. You guys let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. Moving on to the two builds of this set, we have Jefferson's PDNY Police Cruiser. And I like this vehicle. It's different from any other police car that I've encountered in LEGO form. But as some people have pointed out to me, the shaping of it is a bit weird. It's very slim, perhaps because it uses this newer car body piece on the underbelly. Everything is kind of built around that, so they were limited to the shape of that particular piece. With that said, I do like the variation in colors they were able to pull off, the little light apparatus on the top, how easily it can be removed to fit the minifigure inside. With that said, I think they could have put a little bit more in there. It feels a bit bare bones. You can even see through the bottom of the car, which, you know, isn't great considering that this set does retail for $65 here in Canada. I think this car could have been a lot worse, but it certainly could have been a lot better considering the price of the set. And now we have what is undoubtedly the superior of the two builds included in this set, the corner store that the Spot attempts to rob in Across the Spider-Verse. Now, I really like the design of this storefront here. It's fairly simple, but there are a lot of stickers to liven it up. I obviously don't love applying stickers. I think I did an okay job here, other than the coffee and tea one, which is completely slanted. But there are a lot of fun details. I like this air conditioning unit on the side of the wall, the ice box, which you can actually open up, if I can get it open. And there is, in fact, ice inside. If we flip it around, you can see the interior here, which is pretty cramped, but it has a lot of fun details packed in. The products on the shelves, the popcorn game over sign, The sign up here, the security camera in the corner, the ATM. As Miles says, why do people call it an ATM machine since the M stands for machine? And there is a very small play feature here where if you press down on this grill piece at the bottom of the icebox, the ATM will pop out on the inside. You know, a pretty classic play feature, nothing new, but I think they wanted to add something for the kids, so it wasn't simply a display piece. We do also have plenty of space around the top of the build to, you know, prop up the minifigs and pose them in unique ways. These two black circles, I believe, are meant to represent the Spot's portals, so you can place them on these translucent pieces, and it will look like he's leaping through his portals as Miles and Gwen, who actually isn't supposed to be in this scene, are trying to apprehend. Additionally, we have some newer web pieces, which I haven't seen before. This one looks like the typical Spider-Man string piece, but it actually has a loop on the end instead of a stud, so you can actually attach it to the roof here and have Miles and or Gwen swing around the rooftop. I mean, it isn't that tall a building, so if you try to have her swing, she'll just kind of hit the ground. I don't really know what they were going for there, but, you know, the idea was there. It's fun nonetheless. And there is this newer web piece where you can put the Spot in there and actually web him up, trap him inside, and stick him to the wall if he actually wants to go in there. Pretty fun. I like this. This is something new, something different that I haven't seen. I thought it was one of those old web blast pieces where it would look like they were shooting webs, but actually you can apprehend and trap the Spot. A bit of a side note, I don't think I have a ton of these masonry brick pieces in red, so I really like getting a couple of them in this set. I know that's totally random, but I haven't seen them before. What is also interesting about this build is we have this Technic piece on the bottom. I don't know why. I can't see a reason why that would be included in this set unless they are planning to make more additions to the collection of Spider-Verse Lego sets, similar to how the Dol Guldur sets from The Hobbit back in the day could be attached to create an even larger build. It would be interesting to see them expand this little corner of the Lego Spider-Verse universe, if you know what I mean. With that said, that's pretty much it for my review of these two sets. I know the burger truck is kind of outdated, if you'd say that. I'm late to the party on that one, but it's a really solid set, which is worth the price, in my opinion. Where I bought it, it was around $30. I think that's asking for a bit much. At $20 or $25, I think it's a totally fair and well-deserved price. The Spider-Verse set, however, is a bit more difficult to judge because it has a lot of solid elements. I really like the build for the grocery store. I think most of the minifigs are fantastic, other than Gwen, who reuses older pieces for no other reason that I can see, aside from the fact that they went all out with the new skin tones and hair pieces for Miles and his dad, so they thought that they could skip out with Gwen, which I think is kind of annoying, because if they hadn't, it may have made the set worth the price. But at $65, I can't say it's worth it, especially since the car build is a bit underwhelming, and the store is pretty small. I do think it is versatile, though. It works well in a Lego City setting. I could see this being a stand-in for the bodega that blows up in Spider-Man Homecoming. You could put it alongside the bank set from Spider-Man Homecoming and create a nice little city scene. I think it works in contexts outside of the immediate source material that it's based on, which is fun, but I'd say wait for it to go on sale. I just didn't because I'm a freaking nerd. But you guys let me know. What are your thoughts on these two sets? Do you agree with some of my points? Do you disagree with them? Are you going to pick up either of them? Do you have them already? Just whatever your thoughts are. Please let me know them all in the comments below. And of course, as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.